everyone, it's Misty from TheJollyFatElf. Welcome back to another card making video. Today we're going to do another color scheme inspired by a room in my house. If you remember, quite a ways back I did a birthday card inspired by my dining room, and today we're going to do another kind of general for you card inspired by my bedroom. So I actually painted my bedroom before I became a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but the colors I've used match these colors almost perfectly. So the color on my wall is very similar to this perfect plum. The color on my ceiling that comes a little bit way down my wall is close to Coastal Cabana, and then my accent color is close to Calypso Coral. So I'm going to use these colors along with this piece of paper from the Best Year Ever Designer Series paper, which is found on page 4 of the Celebrations catalog. Again, you earn this product if you spend $50 or more with Stampin' Up! And we're also going to be using the ribbon as well. I think we're going to get into that as we get going. So today, I'm actually going to attempt a shaker card. I've made some before in the past, and I know a lot of people are making them right now, but I'm really wanting to do a really cute shaker card using balloons. So let me move this out of the way. I am using the mini treat bag Finlet dies, and from this die set I pulled out this heart and then this for you. See that? Yeah. Okay. From the balloon framelits, I'm using the balloon. And then I've also cut out a label in Coastal Cabana using the Deco label punch. So let's pull in the Big Shot and we'll get started. Let me put this away. So I have a couple of pieces of the fun foam that you can buy at any craft store. It's very thin. You can score it with your trimmer, but it doesn't necessarily cut all the way through. So what I did, I trimmed it by hand, as you can probably tell, because it's very, very crooked. What I also did was I went ahead and I glued 2 pieces together, because we're going to go ahead and use our confetti heart and our confetti star punch to make confetti to go inside the shaker part of our balloon. But I'm going to want it to have some depth, and the foam pieces are very, 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 very thin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this piece. This is from that Best Year Ever Designer Series paper. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. This one was cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and then I just trimmed it a little bit so it would fit behind our card. And I'm going to go ahead and use just the tiniest bit of snail, because I want to attach this to this foam, because we're going to cut our balloons out of this paper. This paper is going to be our layer, and I want to make sure that I cut the shapes through the foam as well. So let's bring in the Big Shot. Now I have to admit, I haven't done this before, so we're going to see how easy it cuts through this many layers. So bring in the Big Shot, and I'm going to be using my magnetic platform and then 2 cutting plates. So here's my magnetic platform. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Okay, cutting plate. Pull this out just a little bit. So here's my piece of paper and my fun foam. It's probably kind of, oh, it didn't stick at all. So I'm going to put down my round balloon first, because I want that kind of up here in the corner. And then I'm going to put my heart right here. Okay, and I'm going to put the lid on. And we're going to run this through. And it may be kind of hard to run through because we're going through so many layers. And even if it just scores that layer underneath, that'll be fine, because we can pull it out and we can do it again. Okay, let's see what we got going. It almost cut through all of them, I think. Just about. Oh, it did. Hot dog, look at that. Oh, it embossed it, but I don't mind. That's fine. You can save these pieces and use them later. It's up to you. Okay, well, I had the Big Shot out. Good grief. That was seriously serious about staying in there. I'm going to use the For You and the Perfect Plum. Perfect. We'll just set that aside because I don't need it right now. Okay, we are officially done with the Big Shot. So I'm going to bring my card base in. Zoom back in so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I have a piece of Perfect Plum that I cut at 4 1/4 and I've scored it at 5 1/2. We're going to attach this piece of Whisper White. This is going to be our back panel and a place where we can put our confetti. So we're just going to kind of center that right there. Well, I could have done a better job of centering. Did I ever tell you guys how I'm never straight, I'm always crooked? Today is no exception, it seems like. It's no snail. That looks much better. Okay, and I'm going to take off this piece of pattern paper. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and attach this to our panel. You know what? Why am I using snail? Let me grab some liquid glue. Do I have some liquid glue somewhere? I do. And I'm probably doing this a little bit backwards than what most people do, but this is the way that works best for me. Okay. Okay, so I got a little bit of glue. That's all right, it'll dry. Okay, I'm going to set this aside to dry while we work on our confetti. I'm going to bring in the confetti heart punch and the star confetti. And we're going to use some Coastal Cabana. And I'm just lining it up so I can see. Okay. And we'll use our heart punch to get some coastal cabana. Okay, we're going to use our perfect plum. And like I said, I'm just lining it up to make sure that I'm getting some hearts. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we'll do some Calypso coral hearts. Done with the heart. Put that away. Bring in the stars. And then we'll get some stars from the perfect plum. I got the idea to paint, well, I probably told you guys that I've been in love with coral here lately, but I had the colors for the bedroom. I knew I wanted to do purple and aqua because those are my two favorite colors. So the problem with some of our ceilings is that they're very, 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 very sloped. So it's really hard to put anything in because of that. Like, it's hard for my husband to cut in and like do a separate color on the ceiling, for instance. So what we did was I decided to pull the color down. So we pulled the color down somewhat down onto the wall, and we used some molding to separate it. And I'll link some leave some pictures at the end of the video, but it really turned out gorgeous. And so we found the bedding that I wanted. I found it online, and it came from Steinmart. And while we were there, they had coral, and I thought, oh, that would be so pretty. So I'm going to use an embossing buddy to kind of go around the inside to, because I got a little bit of glue, and we don't want it to, the confetti to stick. So I was the crazy lady walking around Steinmart with the lids of both of my paint colors trying to pick out an accent color, and we decided on coral, and I absolutely love. And then our headboard is gray, and then our furniture is a white with a silver wash on it. It turned out really, really pretty. So, okay. So let's add in our confetti. Oh, you know what I just realized? That's not gonna work. I need to add a piece of foam right there. Hello, Misty. We need some foam right there. That's not gonna work. Okay guys, I'm back. I had to completely go to plan B. So I had a packet of dimensionals that was kind of getting low, so I used up and pieced together some dimension on the back of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my embossing buddy again, and I'm going to run it on the edges. So hopefully none of my little pieces will stick in there. Okay, then I'm going to put some confetti in each one. So I'm going to go ahead and add my back panel, or add my panel. Moment of truth, y'all. Oh, there we go. That's not too bad. All right, we're going to keep going. I've already made it this far into this thing. Let's just keep going. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my card base. And I can attach this with snail. And yes, I had to start all over with the card base, but that's all right. Mistakes happen. No big deal. Okay. That looks good to me. Okay, let me pull in. I'm going to be using the Calypso Coral Baker's Twine, put my star punch away, as the string on our balloon. So let me get that started. Fine, so let me grab some more dimensionals. I'm going to put a dimensional on each side of this label. Thank you guys for putting up with me with this video so far. Oh goodness. There we go. Now like that, so I'm going to take and I'm going to cut off the ends. That, and then tuck it in. Okay, let's bring in our For You. Poke it out. It's gonna go right there. And I think I'm just gonna use some liquid glue. I wish I knew where my glue stick was. There it is. Let's use this instead. Use my liquid glue pen from Stampin' Up instead. Okay, I'm going to set my snail on that while it's drying, and I'm going to pull in the ribbon from that Best Year Ever accessories pack. This is the Calypso Coral, and I'm just going to tie a couple of bows that we can put on our... So I just make a loop around, pull it through. adjust it while I am playing with it. And pull it taut. Don't want a huge one. I think that'll work. So I'm going to cut this side at a diagonal and this side at a diagonal. And we will use some more glue dots. There's that one. So let's make one more. And there we go. What do you guys think? It was a chore getting to the end, but I really like how it turned out. I love these colors. Like I said, I'll insert a picture at the end so you can see our master bedroom. I'm not going to put a panel on the inside. I think with this For You, we could use this for either graduations coming up. It could make a great birthday card, and you can put, you know, to go with the gift, or I may even make some of these for teacher appreciation that's coming up. We're also going to do a parent appreciation, so the possibilities are endless. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you managed to watch till the end, thank you so much. Sometimes things don't go out as planned, but we do our best to try to make them better. So as always, the links to all of the supplies I can link to are down below. Unfortunately, I can't link to the celebration products because you can only add those as you place a $50 order. So, but if you don't have a celebrations catalog, let me know and I can get one out in the mail to you. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll subscribe and I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.